Work till I die, till I die, till I die. I'm gonna feel and get up, cause I'm not giving up on my dream.
Hi guys, it's Brookelynne and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be my top 5 favourite concealers of all time. So I've got 3, well technically 4 because I've got 2 shades of one of the concealers of 5 that I've tried throughout the years. Now most of them are recent favourites because I have most of them here in my collection. But the other 2 which I don't have anymore are ones from like way back until recent years. Let's get started. So I'll talk about the ones that I don't have before I talk about the ones I do have. The first one, which is a high-end one, is the Nars Radiant Creamy Concealer. I used to have this in the shade Chantilly, I think it was. Yeah, well, was it vanilla? No, it was vanilla. I was going to get the shade Chantilly, but I got vanilla. This was back in the day when I used to wear my pale skin out before I started wearing tan regularly. But back then I did wear tan for like special occasions, stuff like that. But like 6 years ago I would have just wore it like special occasions, but now I just wore it regularly. So I'm naturally very fair skinned. I'm like an NC10 and back, so pale as anything, but there's nothing wrong with that. I just prefer to have a tan. So my shade would have been either Chantilly or vanilla. I was recommended vanilla by a girl at the counter when I bought it in Space NK. Vanilla matched my pale skin perfectly, but Chantilly would have brightened it more. That concealer is absolutely amazing. I would definitely get it again. It just brightens and lifts your whole under eye, like it makes you look luminous. Not only conceals any bags, but makes you look bright, like really bright and just flawless underneath there. Pretty much. It's just, I haven't seen a concealer like it. It just really kind of makes your under eyes look special. And especially if you're over a certain age, like over 30 or whatever, and you've got some fine lines, it'll be good for that because it'll not sink into them. Now, if I was to go back today, like say for instance I went out tomorrow to buy it, I would have got the shade custard or ginger, well custard I would say, for brightening up underneath my eyes when I have tan on. Custard is my shade for brightening when I have fake tan on because I always wear ultra dark tan. Vanilla or Chantilly is my shade if I'm pale. Even ginger would suit me if I'm tanned, but I prefer like custard because it's more yellow tone, where ginger has a bit more orange to it, and yeah, I'm better off with custard or a shade that's olivey. But yeah, that's amazing. It's around £20, I think it is. I'm not entirely sure, the price keeps on going up and everything, doesn't it? So I'm not entirely sure, the price keeps on going up with everything, doesn't it? Not gonna go into that though, but I'll put the price here what it actually is. But it's amazing. They do have wee travel sizes too, so when I buy it again I'll buy a travel size because I don't really see the point in buying a full size if it's their product, because yeah, just prefer to be a bit more cheaper, you know. You have to be these days. So the next one is number 2 that I don't have now, is the Revolution Conceal and Define Concealer. Yeah, concealer. It's a concealer video, love. So I love this one. I've been using it on and off for the past 4 or 5 years. Well, 4 years since it came out. They do have a wee smaller size. The small size is around £5 and the bigger size is around 7 or 8. I'm not entirely sure, but I'll pick the price here. They have the Conceal and Hydrate, the Conceal and Ultimate, but the Conceal and Define original one is one of the best ones I've tried. I love the Ultimate one, but I haven't tried it enough to really put it in top 5. But the Conceal and Define original one is just great. It's like a medium to full coverage. The Nars one is around a medium to full coverage too, but the Revolution one is more of a mattifying, like foundation-like concealer, whereas like the Nars one's more luminous. This one's brilliant for the price of it. Even if it was like dear one, it'd still be quite a good concealer. Like it's so good, it covers up near enough everything. Now the Ultimate one is more a fuller coverage. It's better for people who have really a lot to cover up. But it's a bit more dry in that one, the Ultimate one. But this one is like the perfect mix. I find it doesn't really crease under my eyes. A little bit, but not too bad. And it lasts all day. Like it looks nice and flawless. They do have several shades in that range too. Like they have ones for people who are really fair skinned, to people who are like proper really dark black skinned. For me, I would say I used to wear the shade 0.5, yeah, 0.5 or 1 when I had really pale skin. But now, like since I do tan skin, I would be using, if I was gonna pick up one now, I'd pick 8.5 or 6.5 for like brightening. More 8.5 I would say, but 6.5 for an in-between shade. And then for like concealing, I pick 9.5 or 10. That's the shades I would wear for my fake tan skin. But yeah, they're brilliant. I would definitely recommend Latte concealer because it's so good, and for the price of it, it's so affordable too. So number 3, I have 2 of these. It's the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. I have 2 shades, like I said before. I have Light Sand for when I'm not fake tanned or want something really, really bright or in between my tan. I have this one. This would match me with my really, really pale skin tone. I've tried it before. This is one I would go for when I'm just completely pale or like in between, or if something I want to brighten up, like I really want a proper bright eye, I would use this one. Tan Sand is definitely a good match for either brightening or concealing my natural, I wish it was natural tan, love, but with fake tan skin. So, for instance, I've got like a full fake tan on now. You may not notice it on my chest because it's the lighting through my head in. It makes me look brighter than we actually am, but that's realistically what do I look like all over it. So tan sand would be quite good for like a bit brightening underneath my eyes for my full fake tan. I wouldn't need a shade so darker if I'm going to conceal anything with a full fake tan on, like sand deep or something like that. I don't know, but this is perfect for me, either for concealing when my tan's fading off a little bit, or for brightening. When I have my full fake tan on. Both of them are amazing concealers. Like, I love how full coverage these are, and they're quite matte, so they're not they wouldn't like melt off your face or anything. They stay all day. Like, they just make your under eye or anywhere you've concealed or placed them look flawless. Like, they're so affordable too. I think they're around £5 or £6. So similar price range to the Revolution. I can get them from Superdrug too, and also online. You can get the Revolution one from Superdrug. You can get the Nars one, I forgot to say, I'm all over the place here. You can get Nars one from Space NK, I think House of Fraser, online on various different websites, including the Nars one. So they're all fairly accessible. I think in some boots they do more, not, if I can speak here, love. And some boots they do Nars too, but not my one in Belfast. There's different ones that do Nars. But yeah. This one, I love the undertones in the e.l.f. concealer range. Like, the sand is definitely a true sand. It's definitely like that warm toned, yellow toned concealer, which I absolutely love. Where I've got sand from different brands and it's been like pinky or almost pinky, and it's annoying. This one definitely just sticks to the point. It's sand, it's yellow sand, pretty much, in different shades. And yeah, they're good for, I'd say, if you've oily skin especially, they'd be good for you too, or any type of skin. But if you have really dry skin, I would definitely recommend getting their hydrating version. I don't have that one, but in the future I will try it out. But yeah, it's amazing. The next one I have is a more of a sheer to medium. We'll say it's medium coverage. It's Heart Revolution. It's all worn off, sorry. Heartbreakers Concealer in the shade Custard. I have a few shades in this too. I think they're around 8 or 10. So a bit less than the other shade ranges, but still a decent enough, okay, range. I love the packaging, the wee heart, if you can see there at the top of it. It's beautiful, it's so cute. And the pink just draws me in. I love that type of pink, that bright berry pink is my favourite. You can see the packaging there, or the writing, should I say. It's there. But I have had this concealer for like near enough 2 years. I know, gross, but it still works. Custard is a really good shade for when my tan's fading off, or if I want something really brightening. Say, for instance, the Even Out foundation shade like I did today. I'm wearing this one today, and as you can tell, it looks quite flawless underneath my eye. It's really brightening. It's great for that. It's great for like evening out. Like, this foundation I'm wearing now, it matches really well now, but it was a bit of the wrong undertone, and it was a bit dark. But by putting that concealer and highlighting places and putting a banana powder over top, it's made it match better and be a bit more yellow toned. This one definitely is like a really pale, not the palest, but it is quite a pale concealer. And I love the wee heart shaped one, it's so cute. It smells beautiful. It's like a nice kind of coconut smell to it, which is lovely, and I love that. And I find it is quite hydrating. It's good for people who have dry skin or even dry under eyes. I find it doesn't crease as badly into my under eyes as some concealers do. I'm 30 now, so I have to have one that does like make my under eyes look a bit better than what they actually are. Now, I do get there's going to be some creasing, like with any product put underneath your eyes, it will crease at some degree, but it doesn't really bother me unless it's really, really bad, if that makes sense. It doesn't really bother me unless it's too bad, but this one just really helps move it out. So yeah, I would definitely recommend this one too, especially people who prefer a natural concealer compared to like the full on heavy duty concealer. This one's more of a natural finish. And you can get it online on Revolution's website, so it's under the same brand. And also on Superdrug too, that's where I got it from a couple of years ago. So last but not least, it's a collection Lasting Perfection Stretch Concealer. It's similar to their famous Lasting Perfection Concealer, but it's more in a pot, obviously. It's more hydrating and stretchy. A little bit goes a long way concealer, which I love. I have the shade Buttermilk. Now, Buttermilk is a bit too much on the cool tone side for me. I would prefer it to be a bit more of a yellow toned, but matched in okay once I blend out and stuff. As you can see, it has a slight neutral to coolness to it, so I'm a bit disappointed about that, but it's okay, it works well once it's blended out and stuff. But this concealer is absolutely amazing. It's so creamy. I love how creamy and blendable and a little bit goes a long way type to it. It's beautiful. It's beautiful the under eye area. It doesn't crease or anything that much. It just kind of blends in really nice. It's like putting an expensive eye cream on your eyes. It's beautiful. And it's a good eye base for doing your eyeshadow on top of. I just love it. I absolutely love it. And it's around £4 too, so it's really, really affordable and really accessible. You can get it from Boots, Superdrug, and also online. And I have various different shades in this too. I think I'll get a lighter one next time I'm in. Maybe like a vanilla shade or something like that, or like a really custardy shade. Something that's a true yellow tone. So I have that for when my tan fades or when I want something a bit more yellow toned. I think I'll do that. But yeah, I definitely recommend this. And it's only new anyway. It's like not been out that long. But it's a wee gem too. I just love it. I have heard mixed reviews on that. I've heard people saying I don't really like it, but I don't really get that. I think it's amazing. But everyone's different, so I'll get that way. So yes, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't ramble on too much. And if you've seen any suggestions you like, any concealers, pick them up. You'll not regret it. And any ones you like, let me know down below so I can check them out. So thank you so much. Stay gorgeous. God bless. Bye. Had to be awkward there, but hey, well, that's just me. Pick moments, open it.